What?
Sound wasn't on.
Oh my
I'm sorry. Well, can you tell that over again? Can you tell it over again?
Yeah.
I'm
Are we
sorry.
live right now? It's
Yeah,
volume
we're
on.
still live. Yep, that first 15 minutes didn't even count. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm really sorry, folks. I hope you're still with us. I see somebody
Can you guys
said, "Is it
hear us
muted?
now?
Can you hear us now? Can you let us know that you can hear us? You should be able to
Let
hear
us
us."
know.
Well, we're not going to go on with this
Can
unless
you
we get some feedback on this because we don't want to.
can you guys hear us? Somebody send us a little message that you can hear us on here, please.
Yeah, please, please,
Oh goodness.
please. Oh man, I have to. I have to. Hold on. Yeah.
I don't even feel like
We can
doing
hear you.
unmuting
Yay!
myself
Thank
now.
you. Thank you. Yes, they can hear us now.
Okay.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
That was
Right
my
on, folks.
stupid.
Right on.
I'll trim it up on when we put it when we're done.
It's all good. Well, okay, folks. So let me go back to the beginning. You didn't hear it, so I'll tell you. Today I received some documents from my counselor, and these are what you call confidential disclosure forms, right? And there's 37 of them. That's 37 snitches, or not. There's 37 documents being used against me or in my favor. Now, here's the thing. You know, in the RICO case, before the trial, we had a Daubert hearing where we put the people.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Where we put OCS on the stand, you know, the gang headquarter guys, and we put them on the stand and question their process of these documents. And they said that they cut and paste information from one and put it on another guy, and that it's their interpretation of what's being told to them by the prison informant, prison kite, or whatever they got. Now, you know, I don't know if any of these are even real, like I was saying earlier a minute ago, but I don't even know if any of these are real or legit. It's okay, babe. And, you know, so I got a double whammy, right? I'm fighting two faceless enemies. One, I don't know if they're real. Every one of them are real and legit. With it, you know, that these were reliable and for, you know, a legitimate person that's giving up this information. And two, if it is a real person, how do you know it's the truth, right? Because it's somebody saying that they heard something from someone else. That's called double hearsay. And, you know, like, so now I'm up against it. And it's what I was telling you guys a while back, how they fabricate and contrive and manipulate information when they do get it that fits what they want it to say in their agenda. And now I'm up against it, man. And, well, a second ago, so I was telling y'all about my buddy. He had 17 of these documents. Some were against him and some were for him. And he's the only one out of about 15 people I seen go to DRB, a special hearing, and get action and go to a mailing. So, you know, that's where I'm at now. And that's where I'm at now, fighting these people. You know, how can you fight a faceless enemy? I don't know, you know. And then you don't even know if these things are legit, right? I got some saying I might have problems. I got some saying I won't. Everything's good. Now, here's the strange part. Since my co-defendants came to the prison where I'm at, and we all got together, I've got 9 affidavits sworn under oath, or declarations under oath, that everything's good. And they provided it to the prison counselors and IGI on my behalf. And none of these documents I got today reflect not one of them, one of those affidavits. Not one of these documents reflect that. So that tells you right there, they have their agenda and they already have a plan on what they're going to do with me in the state system. because I'm probably not going to the feds. That deal I took was bullshit on their behalf. You know, now I have to file to undo the deal and take my plea back and go to trial or something because I didn't take the deal to stay in the state prison system. The part of my deal was to go to feds. So they're not upholding that, much less the rest of it. You know? So, you know, again, folks, how do you fight a faceless enemy, man? And then how do you fight something that's not even real that CDCR and OCS and IGI contrive out of the thin blue air? You know, I got no idea, man. It's fucking nuts. But it is what it is, and I'll fight it. You know, I was talking about earlier, me and my wife was sharing a couple videos the other day of people talking about mind your own business in prison, right? Yeah, I hear the hell out of that. I mean, that goes without saying, man. You know, but sometimes it takes a friend to speak when others won't. For another friend, one day that could be you being slandered and being your back on these conniving yards, and you're going to want somebody to say something about your character, right? You know, and in these places, a friend goes a long way, man. And I get it, nothing can be trusted, but I want to tell you this, and I live by this. Those who cannot trust cannot be trusted, point blank. And, you know, we all get a turn in the barrel sometimes, you know. You can't be on these level 4 yards longer than 10 years and not have something going, some type of shenanigans, and then, you know, but like I was saying, man, it's always good to have somebody speak up for you, you know. Mind your own business, yeah, I get it, but, man, sometimes you need somebody to speak up. I just wanted to comment on that real quick, man, because it kind of stuck out to me when I was listening to the thing the other day. But anyways, folks, I want to send my best to you guys and tell you guys, go ahead, man. If you got any questions, ask me and my wife. Shoot them, man. We're more than welcome to we're more than happy to answer them. And but that's what I'm going through, folks, today. I got all these confidential documents, a big stack of them they had for me. And each one of them got just one little sentence from an alleged informant that I don't even know if the informant exists, two, if this is legit information. You know, and that's what the Asher case did was the hunger strike lawyers took all these things to Claudia Wilkins, the judge, and she had the power to test the integrity of every one of these documents and the reliability of every one of these documents. See, she couldn't just give these documents to me and tell me, "C'est la vie, go fuck yourself. That's a wrap. This is what we're doing." Under her watch. And now they can. Now they can, and now they did. Yep. So, other than that, man, baby girl, you got anything to add to that? You got anything, any questions anybody asking?
Nobody's saying anything. That's pretty heavy stuff there. I mean, aren't you also going to the committee here soon?
Yeah, I go Wednesday to officially, on paper, be put up to go to DRB, probably within 60 days, 60 to 90 days.
You
Something
want
like that. But
tell
This
those
call
who
and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
tell those who
What's
don't
that?
tell those who don't know what DRB is. Explain it a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, the good. Okay, ICC is an institutional classification committee that we go to when we're in ADSEG, right? And those who don't say ADSEG or the solitary confinement don't exist are bullshit, because it does. I'm in it right now. You know, there's 100 cells right here in this unit. Solitary confinement, ADSEG, the whole, whatever label you want to put on it, it's the whole, point blank. ICC is their committee, Institutional Classification Committee, where you have a warden, an associate warden, a correctional counselor number 2, a captain, IGI sits in there, a lieutenant, and a sergeant. And you go in there, and they tell you, look, basically you're fucked. You're sitting back here until we say otherwise, and that's that. Get out of here. And then you walk out. So DRB, Department Review Board, is the head of Sacramento CDCR should be Jeff McCumber, or someone representing him, and about 5 other, participants in the headquarters downtown Sacramento with OCS. OCS is IGI's and ISU's head boss in the state. So, they'll go in there, I'll go in front of them, and because the prison ICC committee don't have the power to do anything with me, because one, I was out on a federal case. I've been in federal custody, and 2, the prison don't really want to make a decision, because of all the other shit going on here, and that, I put them through the ringer. Well, not me, but Kevin Steele, the whistleblower, blew it up on, exposed all their shit, so they don't want to get wrong. So they're sending me to this DRB here and get Department Review Board in front of the director of corrections to determine the program that they're going to put me in, or let me go to a mainline, or put me in an RCG program. They have the power to put me right here, right there in this building, in whatever prison they want. That's how they do that. But it ain't going to be no SOI prison, because I ain't debriefing, point blank. And so that's what I'm waiting on now. And on Wednesday, I officially get placed up for that, But, as I was saying a minute ago, they have an agenda, right? They do. They have their agenda, and no matter what type of information that you got positive for you in your program, you have absolutely no say anymore in your programming. None. It's whatever they want it to be. That's the truth. No matter if I'm doing good, and I got 9, 10 affidavits, declarations from friends of mine, and co-defendants on my behalf, they don't care. The CDCR don't care. They're going to do exactly what they want to do with the information that they contrived and they manipulated to say what they wanted to say. So that's how they're going to do it. And that is what DRB is. That's what DRB is, man. But it's their manipulation of the prison rumor control. It's the prison rumor control and the gossip. And now I go in front of them, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, man. I don't expect no action, but I'll go in there and give it my all on an argument as best I can without crossing any.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
All right, let me call back.
Some intense stuff there. Man, you guys missed the best intro. I'm sorry, I suck. I felt something was off. Should have checked. Anyways, like I said, trim off that front end of silence. Pay attention more next time.
Thank you for using Global Health Inc.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's just it right there on the DRB hearing, folks. Baby girl, I wanted to share that with y'all. And pretty much, I have a double whammy in front of me. One whammy, I don't know if any of these things are true I got today. And two, they're all faceless, nameless. I don't know who said what on here. There's no names on them. And I can't cross-examine them on the stand, nor are they under oath, nor did they take a lie detector test or agree to take a lie detector test, a polygraph test, whatever. And, none of them are proven. It's all hearsay. It's all hearsay, or it's all fake that they contrived. IGI contrived in OCS. I don't know. But this is their new program at CDCR now. That's their new program. No saying whatsoever in your own program. You got no say. I try to, a lot of us try to sign waivers of liability. They won't do that because it goes against their agenda.
And they're doing this now because they reneged on the Asker settlement. Is that?
Yes. Well, so before they reneged on the Asker settlement at the Ninth Circuit level of Court of Appeals, they would do this to you, but I could forward all this stuff to Jules LaBelle, the hunger strike lawyer, and he would challenge every one of these claims. And now that, and he would put it in front of Claudia Wilkins and test every document I got. And now that they quit, they backed out on us, and Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, Federal Court of Appeals overturned. They stopped the oversight. They didn't overturn.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They didn't overturn the agreement. They just stopped their oversight of CDCR implementation of the agreement. So, like I read y'all a piece of this letter I got a couple weeks ago where the hunger strike lawyers are all in agreement that all this shit is still going on, and that it's not that they're fearing that I'm going to go out there and something's going to happen to me. They're fearing that I'm going to go out there and do something to somebody. And all this shit is still going on in that. But the hunger strike lawyers are done with the case. They can't go no further. And it's kind of like taking opposing sides, because at the first paragraph of the letter they said, we don't have no evidence CDCR is going to go back to their old ways. We believe they're going to, continue on and be better. But then they list 8 different ways of the old ways that they said is still going on. So, it was a cop-out as far as I'm concerned. They quit and ran. So, yeah.
Tim K says the lack of due process is beyond appalling. It absolutely is. It's disgusting.
Absolutely. Now, so Tim K, you're right. And these documents I got, once I go to DRB, they already told my friend when he got these, he can't challenge them, that they're legit, that they don't give a shit what he says, that every document out of 17 that he got is legit. So he can't say nothing about it. I'll be damned if I just let that happen. But after we go to DRB, I can file what you call a habeas corpus in the courts in challenging these documents. But there's so many of them. I got 37 of these damn things. And again, I don't know any of these people. There's no names. There's no faces. It's not under polygraph, under oath, nothing. And like I said, man, in the Dahlberg hearing before the Rico case jury trial, OCS, head of Sacramento gang unit, said that they cut and paste information from one, put it on another. And it's their interpretation of information, period. So, and they don't put verbatim down on what a jailhouse snitch says. So, I don't know if any of these things are true or not. You know, I got a double whammy in front of me, you know?
They can write the story however they want. That is appalling.
Right.
How is that a conspiracy? I mean, that is
That is a huge conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
A huge conspiracy.
And yet they're not being charged for it at all. It's a whole institution guilty of conspiracy to
you remember
further
their remember the last video? Go ahead, sorry.
Further their political agenda, frightening society and keeping everybody on edge and terrified and turning you and others into super monsters while they literally let out the actual super monsters.
Right. The weirdos and the super. Right. You remember I was talking a couple videos ago about okay, so when that shit happened in Salinas in 2016, October 29th with me, they kept me cut off from everybody. They isolate within isolation. I mean, they isolated me within isolation. And they didn't want me getting my word out there. They didn't want me talking to my friends, my co-defendants, nothing. So they kept me so isolated and so ground under their thumb where then what they did was they initiated a two scoops fucking propaganda machine, and they start putting all this slander out there. They start putting all these lies out there. Their controlled narrative.
Almost seems like the whole incident was created by them.
Contrived, right? It sure was. So like again, they went around whispering in these rats' ears on these yards. Scoops this, scoops that. And then knowing this rat has a big mouth and he's going to spread that gossip everywhere, and next thing you know, it's going to grow from a seed to a tree, a spark. It only takes a spark to start a wildfire. And that's what they did. Well, now, 9 years later, 8 years later, we got a RICO case going. We get it all. It's all exposed what they did. And now I'm left, to go to this hearing with all this fake crap that they started, that they created, and they manufactured.
And defend yourself against a faceless enemy.
And defend myself against a faceless enemy, number one, or some fake, fictitious bullshit that they concocted, number two. You don't even know if there's an enemy there or not. You're just swinging in the dark. You're swinging and knocking them. Yeah, you're swinging blindly. You don't know what the fuck it is. Like, that was the good thing about the Asker case and the oversight. These things can be tested by Claudia Wilkins.
Right, now, but they're not.
It's over. Now it's over. They can't.
And we were very proactive in the hunger strikes, weren't we? I mean, of course they're focusing
very
on
proactive.
Punishment by and large.
I pushed you from day one, man.
And I helped you.
From the inception of the.
And I helped you.
You helped, absolutely.
Publicly, made the public aware.
Yep, made the public aware of what they were doing to us in the Pelican Bay Shoe for nothing. Year after year, decade after decade for nothing, man. For nothing. It's fucking nuts. It's a nutty ass system, boy. That's why I wanted to go to the feds. It would have been a better say going to the feds than this shit because, I am hearing shit on TV about the fed system, but, this shit here, boy, when you got to fight 37 faceless enemies or 37 fake faceless enemies, boy, what kind of system is that, man? And then it's all that they created, Every one of these is after that date, baby girl, in 2016 when that case happened. Every one of these came after that.
Interesting.
Every one of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Every one of them. Every one of them. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's the manipulation of their bullshit, man.
Probably
I'll fight, though. I'm gonna keep fighting.
probably came from the people who like owed money and wanted to like have a fall guy or a
Right,
scapegoat.
right. You know,
Hmm.
let me give you an example. I just give you a little snippet of how this shit goes, right?
Hmm.
So you could be on the yard, a motherfucker owes you $50 for whatever, drawing, or you fixed his TV or fixed his radio or whatever he owes you $50 for, man. And then them motherfucker can't get $50 because he's such a fucking lame in prison. Yeah, he goes over there and drops the 602 in the box that says, "Oh, you're gonna be stabbed, or you're gonna stab somebody, or you're gonna do this, or you're gonna get hurt," because he can't pay you, right? So next day, boom, here comes IGI. You're going in the hole, right? And he's sitting in his cell window watching you leave, snickering to himself. That's how they do it now. So, that's how they're doing it. Now, when a guy debriefs, a legitimate debriefer, when he locks up and goes to hole and he quits, and they actually put him through the debrief program, how is it 5 minutes before he...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
5 minutes before this man debriefs, nothing he says is legit, right? It's take it with a grain of salt, whatever, convict. 5 minutes after he debriefs, he's speaking the the gospel truth. Everything is legit, right? It's like, come on, man. Really? Get a fucking grip.
Yeah, that's
Get a
pretty
grip.
crazy. Oh yeah, no,
Right.
you agree with us? Now we believe you. Yeah, what a bunch of horse
Right.
shit.
Oh, you're going to tell them what they want to hear? Oh, yeah, now they believe the debriefer. Yeah, now they believe everything.
Hmm.
And I know this is the truth, folks, and this is no jive talk, man, because I don't play that shit. My friend went to DRB 2 months ago, and they told him, all them 17 documents are legit, dude. You can't even say nothing about it. We know they're true. We know it. And it's like, what the fuck are you saying? You know it's true. Huh.
It's
fucking insane, man.
okay. They won't even. Wow. Yeah, it's like this is what we know because we said so. That's how it comes off. I mean, how is that not completely sophomoric too? It's almost like they're insulting your intelligence along the way. It's like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you got a cop, right? It's like I was saying in my last video, 2 videos. You got a cop that gets on the stand and lies under oath, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got this guy understand he'll lie under oath. If you got a cop that's gonna get up there and do that, what do you think about a fucking crackhead dope fiend in prison who can't pay a debt's gonna do?
Yeah, who catches a break for doing it too.
Right. And then he ain't even under oath. He don't get cross-examined. It can't be tested. The reliability, the integrity.
Yet they'll bring charges against you and hold you convicted just the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they don't have enough room in the courts to allow you your due process. Then maybe they need to hire more court staff, and maybe not everybody gets
60 seconds remaining.
paid so good, and maybe it's just not worth it, and maybe we can start finding a real way to change things.
Well, the real way to change things is the courts get back involved. Let me call back.
Right on, outlaw. Yeah, real convict content. That's right. We're just going through some real hell. Yep, Tim's so corrupt. He's just, never mind the the way things end up in court, because that's corrupt too.
This is Global Link. You have a prepaid call from an incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for Presec, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using Global Link.
Hey.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, Outlaw checked in.
So-
He says he's listening to a real convict.
Nah, bud, thank you, man. I say my best to you, old boy. Keep up the fight, man. I'm gonna die with bloody knuckles because I ain't gonna stop. But yeah, man, the more it's fighting with us on this fucked up shit, the better, man. I don't care what walk of life you come from. If you're going through this same shit, man, join the fight, man. Start standing up for it and challenge these people, man. Challenge them. I don't care if they can't. If they say you can't challenge them, fuck them people, man. You have a right to fight these people. Whatever you got to do peacefully. I'm not promoting none of that violent shit. I'm only promoting peaceful protest if you got to, right? And
Legal
use the court
avenues.
system to your advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, legal avenues. That's 100% legal and on board. Exercise your First Amendment right. Exercise your right to the courts, and stand up for what's right. And I tell you, man, I've been in a few prisons. I've never left a level 4 yard. I got 30 years in, 25 or 26 in the shoe and ASEG for the majority part of it. And I tell you this, a good motherfucking friend at your side is going to have your back no matter what. And, having somebody speak up for you and your character is huge in these places that are infested with scurvy, underground, dirty motherfuckers. Thank you. Excuse me. Dirty motherfuckers looking for an opportunity. There's a lot of opportunists in these prisons, man. And what I've seen a lot of nowadays is, these guys will smear your name or smear this guy's name, so their light shines a little brighter at slandering you or slandering the next dude, right? And that's what they do. That's what these prisons breed, man. And they're all jockeying for fucking position, man, licking nuts and trying to fucking make a name for themselves, but at what cost, right? And fuck, man, these yards are full of S&Ys nowadays, right? And when's it stop, right? When's it stop? And for me, if your reputation is built on, like myself, 30 years of hard work, blood, sweat, and elbow grease in the trenches, man, then, for them to go ahead and try to slander that with their fucking foul-ass agenda and CDCR, man, bring it, because I ain't going to stop. Bring it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And that's why folks, that's why they keep it faceless. That's why they keep this shit faceless. And this is their version of a smear tactic, like people in political power on the streets, the Republicans and Democrats and these other people, all they do is smear each other. Where's the truth? Where's the truth? So, and that's what they're doing in prison nowadays. That's what they're doing. Like I was telling y'all a while back, they're not dumb. They know who's who on these yards. They know who's got big mouths and who they can whisper to, and watch their little whisper, that little spark grow a wildfire. They know it. And then 2 years later, they sit back and collect the information that they started. That's what they're doing. And that's what I'm fighting right now. That's what I'm fighting right now. You know? That's what I'm fighting. But, you know, can you imagine 5 minutes before a guy debriefs, his word's no good? 5 minutes after he debriefs, he's telling the gospel truth. Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. It's bizarre. And he's a crackhead. He's a fucking dope fiend. Sorry, slinky, scurvy, greaseball motherfucker. You know, that's how these prisons are nowadays, man. And you know what I come to find out? I come to realize, you know, the rat that you don't know is the problem. That's the problem. The rat that you do know, you don't tell him shit, point blank. You know, the rat that's down the tier, you can't get at anyways. You can't, you know, fuck with anyways, but at least you know where he's at. The ones you don't know, the ones that are working on the down low, undercover on these yards, you know, whispering in the cops here, or turning in a kite, or dropping a 602, or, you know, that's the ones you got to be afraid of. That's the ones you got to watch. I'm telling you, when the whistleblower Kevin Steele told me that there's 8 to 10 snitches per buildings on these level 4 180 yards, I totally believe it. I've seen it myself. I totally believe it, man. Because I mean, this information is sometimes the information is too close to home, you know, and people are always trying to do something on the down low, either out of ego or jealousy, or just flat out they owe you $35 for a drawing and they can't pay you. It's fucking sickening, man. It's sickening. It really is. Folks, you guys, baby girls, you got any questions or anything?
No, everyone seems pretty mesmerized by your truth, including myself.
That's good, man. It's just the truth, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna jive talk nobody, man. I got nothing to gain and nothing to lose, so I walk that line. I walk that line, and I know where to step and where not to step. And the truth is the truth, no matter what. You know, it really is.
That's right. The truth
I gotta
is
live it.
Truth, whether you believe it or not. A lie is a lie, whether you believe it or not.
Right.
Fortunately, a lot of people believe the lies. What are you speaking about?
I wish that the lies weren't. I mean, I wish that more people would come together and truly stand up for this shit, and you know, stop that prison boogeyman fucking fake news. You know, come on, man. Who wants to hear some fake shit? You probably was on never was on a level 4 yard, and yet you know these people got stories. Like they were there, you know. Like the other day, I heard this guy say he got a murder conviction and he did a decade. I've never met a person in prison with the shit get a murder conviction and only do 10 years.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy,
I've never met a person. Yeah, 2nd degree murder is 15 to life. Period. You're doing 15 years to life, and then you go to a board hearing that determines your fate. 1st degree murder is life without or 25 to life. And you're doing 25 to life before you even go to a parole board. So, like, people like that say something like that to a motherfucker like me that's experienced, you did 10 years on a murder charge? Man, I don't know where... I don't know what kind of shit you're with, but whatever, Jack, because you could sell that golden bridge to someone else, because I ain't buying it. You know? I ain't buying it. 10 years on a murder charge. Give me a fucking break, fool. That's fake. I think that's fake myself, but hey, it is what it is. Right?
Right?
It is what it is.
Baxter came in to say hi. Say hi.
Oh, yeah, that's Big Baxter right there, man. That's the dog. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah. You're shocked speechless, huh? We are too. Uh-huh.
He he likes to eat. Believe me, that dog eats better than me. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and go into this real quick, baby girl.
Okay.
I got you. I just can't let it go. So, check this out, y'all. Where I was telling you guys about the damn food at this prison and their soybean shit. Well, for 3 days in a row now, we've had the same breakfast. It's soybean grounded up with raw diced potatoes. And it stinks. For 3 days in a row, the cop picked up the trays this morning. Same cop, same tier. He said, man, I don't even know why we passed out trays today, Daniel, because not one of you guys ate this shit. Not one of you guys ate this shit. And it was the same fucking...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored
Thanks,
and
Tim.
recorded.
He is a good-looking pup.
No. Now watch this, folks. So yesterday, though, the halal tray in the fucking veggie tray, they had eggs on their tray instead of the soybean. They had scrambled eggs. So if you got a religious diet, you're getting treated better. You're getting way more edible food and better treated than the people that don't have religious diets, that are on regular diets. Mm-hmm. So they're using the diet as a punishment. You know? I mean, I seen the eggs on the tray yesterday. Eggs, scrambled eggs, and potatoes. Today, for 3 days in a row, it was that soybean shit with diced potatoes.
But they were raw potatoes. Isn't that crazy?
Raw.
But the other trays didn't have raw potatoes. So obviously there's something going on that is deliberate and extremely punitive. You know, it's just horrifying to me that they can get away with this. You know, Baxter eats way better than Brant does, and it angers me because nothing would make me happier than to feed that man. You know, and
that's what I'm talking about.
I've worked as a cook and a chef for like 30 years, and it really kind of sucks that I can't cook for my man. You know.
That's right, baby girl. I know. I definitely want to get home and eat some of that shit. I know that much. I really do. Because this crap we get, and I'm telling you, folks, I've never seen as much. I mean, I've seen some foul food, right? But I haven't seen so much of it, God damn it, in my motherfucking 30 years in prison, like I have here in New Folsom, CST, Sacramento, and SIG, RHU building. 3 days in a row, people. The breakfast was so unedible, it's like a state-forced hunger strike.
Absolutely. You know? That's exactly what it is. And you didn't find dinner too palatable about those first couple of days either. It's like they're almost forcing a hunger strike on you. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Right. They somehow, somewhere, they got like 50,000 pounds of fucking
TVP, textured vegetable protein.
Yeah.
And then onions.
And onions too.
Lots of raw onions.
With diced potatoes that ain't cooked.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, right, man.
And they're just wasting food. They could at least cook them fucking potatoes and onions, right?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah. At the very least.
Yeah. Yep.
Not that hard. And then, you know, one thing I noticed, because I always ask him, because I want to know, and I want to kind of keep track. About once every 5 or 6 days, he gets to eat halfway decent. Now, you tell me if that isn't the weekend crew or the other crew, not the regulars.
Right.
I mean, it's so obvious.
Somebody's coming in 1 day a week or 2 days a week. I say 1 day a week we're getting. Right. Let me call back.
It's insane. I don't understand how they can keep going like this. Food punishment, it's obscene. And I have my theory about why the religious plates are better, because in their whacked out thinking, they think if you're religious, you're not you're not as broken or some crap like that. When probably if you're religious, you you follow a code that removes critical thinking. I know that's probably not a popular attitude, but organized religion teaches people how to think a certain way.
Using global tel link.
Better hurry back
There you go.
before I say something stupid.
Oh, yeah. So, but yeah, folks, this shit sucks. With this damn food. It's punitive. It's punitive. I mean, when I seen them damn scrambled eggs on that tray yesterday for religious diets, the halal and
Kosher.
the other diet.
Kosher.
No, it wasn't kosher. It was halal and fucking
Vegetarian.
veggie diet.
Well, even
Right.
vegetarian is. I mean, like, you'd think they'd be happier to get the soy. They're vegetarians. Eggs are animal protein.
Yeah, right. But I guess there's something, I don't know, but they can't eat it. They're not giving it to them. They're getting eggs, man. I tell you, because I've seen it. It sucks, man. It really does. But hey, man, I'm still alive. I'm still walking. I'm still on 2 feet, barely. I gotta tell my wife, I'm under 200 pounds, man. I ain't been under 200 pounds since I was 5.
Oh, you a fool.
Oh, man. I had to crack that one. That was funny. But no, man, it is what it is, babe. I'm hoping. I got a 602 going on it right now. We'll get it right. Hopefully, we'll get it right.
Yeah, don't make sense.
No, I was gonna. Yeah, I know. It still sucks. Getting that shit every day in a fucking row for fucking 3 days, 4 days. No, it's just garbage. It's real garbage.
Literally, they throw it straight into the shit can. I mean, like, really, why? How are they still serving that? And why isn't like everyone taking issue with this?
Yeah, right. I mean, I know I am. There's a few of us that aren't. Check this out. I got something tonight in the middle, right? And they're talking about general resentencing procedures for prisoners. And they're talking about the bill will require stakeholders such as judges and public defenders to meet and collaborate in advance of any new resentencing law and requiring a CDCR assist litigants with obtaining these records, institutional records. So stakeholders, folks, of CDCR in prisons now is judges, prosecutors, and public defenders. That's their stakeholders. It just says it right here on.
That's a legal conflict of interest. What the hell?
Listen to me. I got a updated letter from Initiate Justice tonight, and it has an update on the AB 2483 resentencing procedure, and it lists the stakeholders as being judges, public defenders, and prosecutors in California and CDCR. I mean, what the fuck? How is a judge and a prosecutor or just a public defender a stakeholder in the prison system?
Yeah, that sounds very, very bizarre.
It's corrupt from the beginning to the end, folks. It's corrupt. That just proved it right there.
Tim says it's a cartel. Yep, it's a cartel, and the drug is human trafficking on a very bizarre kind of commodity sort of level. It's really twisted. And then don't forget the programming lower levels are doing literal work for outside agencies like call centers and manufacturing.
Yep.
For pennies on the dollar.
Yep. Yep. Exactly, man.
I thought those were I thought those were the stakeholders, but I guess the real stakeholders are the ones that lock people up. Jiminy fuck's sake.
So, yeah, right. Well, it says it right there. I mean, that's the receipt to the check I was cashing a month ago.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
From the fucking criminal case to the corrections part, it's corrupt all the way through. It's corrupt all the way through, man. But, you know, the more people know about it, what goes on behind these doors with your tax dollar, and how your money's being spent, people, I'm hoping it piques your curiosity or gives you some type of fortitude to stand up against and request and demand to know how your money is being spent, you know, and what they're doing with it, how it's affecting the system, you know, and that ain't going to some cop's pocket, because you do know, like I said a couple weeks ago, they got a budget cut from 19 billion back down to 18 billion, and they're cutting programs for us. You know, whatever program they do got for prisoners, level 4, visiting, they're cutting for us. Not for the cops that make $160,000 a year, $140,000 a year, but for us. The people that need the reform the most, and the family rehabilitation element is huge, but they're cutting for us.
Well,
So
Tim said here that the World Economic Forum is what the stakeholders are, and that, it's like, damn, when you think about it,
right?
You know.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, but you know, when you read this shit with your own 2 eyes, and you see that a judge and a fucking prosecutor are stakeholders in this system, wow, fucking, that's some wackadoodle shit, man.
You're starting to feel a lot more like a piece of meat, aren't you?
Yeah, I feel like some fucking cattle being herded, man. You know?
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You've done more than your fair share of time. You know, come on. Really.
30 years, yeah.
Why vilify
I've been down 30 years, man.
Why vilify you
I've been
of
down
all
30 years
people?
flat. Right, I've been down 30 years flat, man, and give me a shot to go home. I'll go home. Absolutely, real quick.
Didn't even hurt anyone to get in there in the first place.
Right. Exactly, man. So, well, baby girl, I'm about ready to wrap it up, man, because I think I touched on everything I wanted to. If y'all have any questions, shoot them. For comments, shoot them. Outlaw News, all my best to you, man. And ABMC, thank you very much, man. You know what I'm talking about, bud. And I send my best love and respect to all you guys, man. And the worthy. And you know who you are. You always know who you are, man. So until next time, folks, take care. And thanks for your time. And shoot your comments, hit that like button, and share and subscribe. You know, you like to hear the truth. You get the truth right here, all right?
And remember,
my friends be like, "How come you not famous yet?" I be like, "You didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet?"
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. That's what I'm famous.